The New England Patriots are heading into their second week of the season with plenty to think about after a tough opener against the Las Vegas Raiders. That first game was a wake-up call for a team that has been navigating a period of significant transition, and already, some unexpected moves have stirred conversations among fans and analysts alike. One of the more surprising roster changes came in the form of a cut that few saw coming. DJ James, who had been gradually carving out a role in the defensive backfield, was waived. James had been projected to fill one of the deeper spots in the secondary, especially after the injury to Christian Gonzalez opened up opportunities for other defensive backs. Alex Austin stepped into a starting role during Gonzalez's absence and performed admirably, which perhaps influenced the team's decision to pivot slightly in how they deploy personnel. James's playing time in Week 1 was extremely limited, 5 snaps total, with only 2 of them on defense, and the rest coming on special teams during punt returns. That limited exposure, coupled with some struggles in the punt return unit, made it clear that the Patriots are prioritizing not just depth, but efficiency in their defensive rotation and special teams performance. Meanwhile, the Patriots also made moves concerning defensive tackle Jeremiah Farms. After signing a 2-year deal during the offseason, Farms reverted to the practice squad, keeping him in the organization while opening up a roster spot. This means that the team now has some flexibility to add new talent, a critical consideration given the rapid adjustments that are often necessary early in the season. With the second game approaching, whoever is brought in will have limited time to make an impact, but history shows that the Patriots are not afraid to roll the dice on players who can contribute immediately. The strategy seems to be clear: evaluate the lower-tier players honestly, identify gaps, and make changes that push the team closer to competitiveness week by week. In an NFL landscape where every roster move can be pivotal, the Patriots are demonstrating that they are willing to make the necessary adjustments, even if those moves are unexpected or seem minor in isolation. Offensively, the situation with Stefon Diggs has been a hot topic. Diggs, returning from a significant ACL injury, is being carefully integrated into the game plan. Questions lingered all summer about his readiness, particularly considering he is over 30 years old and recovering from a major injury. While his physical health may not be a limiting factor, the team is clearly managing his workload to maximize effectiveness and reduce risk. In Week 1, Diggs caught 6 passes out of 7 targets for 57 yards, a solid individual performance. Yet the snap count tells a different story. Out of 71 offensive plays run by the Patriots, Diggs was on the field for only 41%. That amounts to just 29 plays, less than half of the team's offensive opportunities. For a player of his caliber and investment, that is a clear indicator that he is not yet fully integrated or fully ready to carry the team's offensive load. Contrast that with Kahan Booty, the team's other wide receiver, who played 82% of offensive snaps, and the disparity becomes even more evident. The Patriots need Diggs to be out there more consistently to support quarterback Drake May and to provide reliable targets in critical situations. The offensive line also has work to do to give May the time necessary to connect with his receivers, but having a top-tier wide receiver fully available would dramatically improve the team's chances to execute effectively. Tight end Hunter Henry led all offensive skill positions with 93% of snaps, further emphasizing the reliance on a few key players while other offensive contributors saw more limited action. The distribution across the offensive unit was varied, with running backs like Randre Stevenson and Trayvon Henderson splitting carries in a 65-35 ratio, a likely temporary adjustment as the rookie adjusts to the pace of professional play. Meanwhile, other receivers like Pop Douglas and Matt Collins logged 63 and 56% of snaps respectively, indicating that the Patriots are still searching for the right rhythm and chemistry on offense. It is reasonable to expect that as the season progresses, snap distributions will become more balanced, allowing the most reliable weapons to maximize their impact. Looking at the team's broader situation, New England has faced challenges at home in recent seasons. Gillette Stadium, long considered a fortress during the Brady era, has not yielded the same advantage in recent years. Over the past 18 games, the Patriots have won only 3 at home, creating a troubling 3-15 record. To put this into perspective, during Tom Brady's tenure, the team lost just 23 games in 158 home contests, including playoffs, a stark contrast to the current struggles. The decline in home field success reflects the broader transition the franchise is undergoing, with new personnel, coaching adjustments, and the inevitable growing pains of post-Brady football. Facing the Miami Dolphins on the road in Week 2 might actually serve as a unique opportunity for the Patriots. Away from the scrutiny and pressure of Foxborough, they can focus on execution and cohesion without the weight of past expectations hanging over them. The Dolphins, despite a surprising blowout loss to the Indianapolis Colts in Week 1, remain a formidable opponent. Players like Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and Deion Hahn still present significant challenges, and although the team has shown vulnerabilities, the Patriots cannot afford to underestimate them. Defensive schemes will need to be precise, offensive execution sharp, and special teams disciplined. The combination of managing Stephon Diggs' reintegration, evaluating new roster moves, and adjusting strategy for a road game presents a multi-layered challenge for the coaching staff. Drake May's ability to distribute the football effectively, paired with reliable play from tight ends and wideouts, could make the difference in securing a much-needed victory to stabilize momentum early in the season. Off the field, some attention has returned to former head coach Bill Belichick and his current interactions with the Patriots organization. Belichick's presence and influence remain a talking point, particularly as relationships that were once strong show signs of strain. Reports that Patriots scouts were restricted from visiting North Carolina to evaluate players under Belichick's oversight indicate a shift in dynamic, though Belichick has publicly framed the situation as no longer being welcome in Foxborough. This adds an unusual layer of intrigue as fans and analysts navigate the legacy of one of the most successful coaching tenures in NFL history, while also observing the new leadership shaping the team's future. The interplay between past and present, combined with the ongoing on-field challenges, creates a complex backdrop for Week 2. In short, the Patriots are balancing multiple storylines: a defense adapting to injuries and personnel changes, an offense integrating key stars like Diggs while refining snap allocations, and the broader strategic decisions about roster management and team dynamics. Each decision carries weight, and every adjustment can influence not just the outcome of a single game, but the trajectory of the season as a whole. The upcoming matchup against Miami represents a pivotal test of resilience, adaptability, and execution. As the team continues to navigate early season challenges, the eyes of fans and analysts alike are firmly fixed on how New England will respond, and whether these strategic moves, both on and off the field, will pay dividends as the season unfolds. As the Patriots prepare for their second game, all eyes are on how the offense will evolve from the challenges of Week 1. Drake May had a mixed debut, showing flashes of poise and potential while also dealing with the growing pains of a team still figuring out its rhythm. The offensive line struggled at times to provide consistent protection, leaving May to navigate pressure and forcing some plays to break down prematurely. This is where the integration of Stephon Diggs becomes critical. A player of his caliber is not just a weapon for moving the chains, but a safety net for the quarterback when the pocket collapses. The fact that Diggs participated in only 41% of offensive snaps in the opener underscores the cautious approach being taken with his return, but also highlights the opportunity for the Patriots to gradually ramp up his involvement to near full participation. The chemistry between May and Diggs could become a defining factor for the season if managed carefully. The Patriots' receiving core outside of Diggs is a mixed bag of promise and inexperience. Kahan Booty's heavy snap count in Week 1 indicates reliability, but also points to a lack of depth and consistency beyond the primary targets. Pop Douglas and Matt Collins contributed meaningfully, yet their production alone cannot carry the offense. The potential activation of Efton Chisholm for the Miami game could inject fresh energy and open up options for May, giving him multiple weapons to work with. Each additional competent receiver on the field forces the defense to account for more possibilities, which can create the spacing and mismatches necessary for big plays. In addition to receiving depth, the running game remains a key element to balance the attack. Randre Stevenson and Trayvon Henderson split time at running back, with Stevenson taking the majority, but as Henderson gains experience and confidence, a more balanced approach may emerge. This will not only diversify the offense, but also keep defenses guessing, making it more difficult for opponents to focus on a single player or scheme. The tight end position continues to be a strength for the Patriots. Hunter Henry's near-total snap participation underscores his role as both a reliable receiving option and a security blanket for May. His ability to consistently execute routes and secure catches in traffic is crucial, especially when the offensive line is under pressure. In short yardage and critical third-down situations, Henry's presence on the field often provides a quarterback with a high-percentage target, something the Patriots will need as they attempt to convert more drives into points. Tight ends who can block, run routes effectively, and remain durable throughout the game are invaluable, and Henry's performance in Week 1 demonstrates why the coaching staff continues to lean heavily on him. Special teams also deserve attention heading into the Dolphins matchup. Week 1 exposed areas of vulnerability, particularly in punt coverage, which contributed to field position challenges. DJ James's limited participation was one piece of the puzzle, but the team as a whole must tighten its execution on returns and coverage units. Field position can often dictate the flow of a game, and in close matchups, even a few poorly executed plays can swing momentum. The Patriots have historically emphasized discipline and situational awareness in special teams, so improvements in this area could pay immediate dividends, especially when facing a Dolphins team that is still sorting itself out after an unexpected Week 1 loss. Defensively, the Patriots are in a period of recalibration. The cut of DJ James and the limited defensive snaps he played highlight the ongoing evaluation of secondary depth. Alex Austin stepping up in Gonzalez's absence was promising, but the team cannot rely on a single player to carry the unit. Coverage responsibilities, communication in the backfield, and the ability to respond to shifts in offensive schemes will all be tested against Miami's versatile attack. Tyreek Hill, even showing signs of age and inconsistency, remains a dangerous playmaker who can change a game in a single possession. Jalen Waddle and Deion Hunt add to the threat level, meaning the Patriots' defensive coordinators must devise schemes that mitigate big plays while maintaining flexibility to adapt in real time. This is a high-stakes balancing act. Aggressive coverage risks opening up short yardage completions, while conservative play allows explosive athletes to find space. Week 2 presents an early test of whether the defensive unit has the resilience and adaptability to handle multiple offensive threats on the same field. Beyond the immediate tactical considerations, there's also the psychological component. Playing in Miami presents a different atmosphere than Gillette Stadium, where recent home struggles have undermined confidence. Removing the team from the pressures of home expectations could, paradoxically, be beneficial. The Patriots have won only 3 of their last 18 home games, a stark contrast to the dominance the franchise enjoyed during the Brady era. Being on the road may reduce distractions, increase focus, and allow players to concentrate on execution rather than the weight of history. That said, the team must still contend with hostile crowds, travel fatigue, and unfamiliar conditions, all of which require disciplined preparation. The narrative surrounding Bill Belichick also continues to influence perception, even if indirectly. Reports of restricted access for scouts in North Carolina have created a buzz, and while Belichick frames the situation as a boundary of respect and control, the optics are undeniable. Longtime fans are reminded of the era when Belichick's influence was omnipresent, yet the franchise is clearly moving forward under new leadership. Navigating that legacy while cultivating a fresh identity is part of the broader context in which the Patriots operate, and it subtly affects both players and staff. Awareness of historical performance, combined with present challenges, shapes team culture and can influence how players approach preparation and in-game decisions. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Foxborough might just have found its next defensive prodigy, and the whispers around Gillette Stadium are growing louder every day. Sources close to the team suggest that Sauce Gardner, once a highly touted cornerback, is quickly becoming the talk of New England as the latest sensation in the Patriots' defensive lineup. Fans and insiders alike are buzzing with speculation. Could Gardner be the missing piece Bill Belichick has been searching for to reinvigorate the Patriots' defense? Though the organization has remained tight-lipped, the excitement on social media is impossible to ignore. Clips of Gardner intercepting passes, breaking up routes, and displaying an uncanny ability to read offenses have made the rounds online, fueling speculation that he's not just a good addition, but potentially a game-changing force. Some pundits are already predicting that his presence could dramatically shift the dynamics of the AFC East, giving New England a defensive weapon they haven't seen in years. Rumors suggest that Gardner's work ethic and practice has left teammates in awe. Reports from insiders indicate that he's not only physically gifted, but also mentally sharp, quickly learning the complex schemes that Belichick notoriously demands from his players. The Patriots locker room, known for its culture of discipline and resilience, is said to be embracing Gardner with open arms, hinting that this could be the start of a long-lasting impact. Of course, caution remains the word on the street. Gardner is still young, and the NFL is notoriously unforgiving. But the buzz in Foxborough is undeniable. If the rumors hold any weight, Patriots fans may be witnessing the rise of a defensive superstar, someone who could redefine the team's identity for the next decade. For now, though, it's all speculation and excitement, a perfect storm of hope, anticipation, and sheer enthusiasm surrounding one player whose name is starting to echo louder with each game: Sauce Gardner. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.